comes to endings in cartoons or just TV shows in general, it's very rare for that show to get a good ending. Sometimes you're lucky and you get one, and then sometimes you're not. But when it comes to Ed, Edd n Eddy, this is one show I can definitely say had a good ending when it comes to how everything came together towards the very end that left a lot of fans happy after they were done watching it. So within this video itself, I just want to talk about why Big Picture Show wrapped up the Ed's adventure so well. So this should be a very fun video, especially when it comes to a lot of the Ed, Edd n Eddy fans out there. So I really do hope you guys enjoy this one. So without further ado, let's just dive straight into this conversation. So ever since Ed, Edd n Eddy started, the Eds have always been the odd ones out. They spent every episode scheming, trying to make money, and attempting to gain the respect of the other kids in the cul-de-sac. But no matter what they did, their plans always seemed to backfire, leaving them right back where they started. It became a never-ending cycle of failure, but at the heart of it, their friendship never wavered. They might have driven each other crazy at times, but they stuck together through everything. And that's what made Big Picture Show feel like such a natural conclusion to their story. The movie took the core of what made the series work, the Ed's desperation, their over-the-top adventures, and their rock-solid friendship, and cranked it up to the highest stakes possible. For the first time, their latest scam didn't just end in humiliation, it ended with the entire cul-de-sac out for revenge, forcing them to go on the run. It was a major shift from the usual episode format. Instead of small-scale antics, we get a full-fledged adventure that tested their friendship and pushed them further than ever before. And this time, there was no easy way out. They couldn't just shrug off their failure and move on to the next scam. They had to face real consequences, and that alone made the movie feel bigger and more important than anything we have seen before. This wasn't just another misadventure, this was the adventure, the one that would finally change everything for them. And Eddy's brother has been one of the biggest mysteries of the entire series. For years, we only knew him through Eddy's exaggerated stories, tales about how cool, successful, and brilliant he was. Eddy looked up to him more than anyone, and in a way, he built his whole identity around trying to live up to that image. That's why the reveal in Big Picture Show was such a shock. Instead of being the role model Eddy has always talked about, his brother turned out to be an absolute jerk. He was nothing more than a bully who had been tormenting Eddy for years. When he saw him again, he didn't offer support. He laughed at him, belittled him, and even physically hurt him. It was the kind of moment that completely redefined Eddy's character. For the entire series, Eddy has always acted like he was on top of the world, constantly bragging and trying to impress everyone, but in reality, he had been covering up his own insecurities. He wasn't some confident mastermind, he was just a kid trying to escape the shadow of a brother who never really cared about him. And when that truth was finally exposed, it was heartbreaking. But at the same time, it was also the best thing that could have ever happened to Eddy. For the first time, he saw that his brother wasn't someone worth idolizing, and more importantly, he realized that he didn't need to prove himself to anyone, especially not to someone who never respected him in the first place. It was the ultimate moment of growth for his character, and it made the ending all the more satisfying. And one of the biggest strengths of Big Picture Show is how well it handles character growth. Eddy's story was obviously the most dramatic, but he wasn't the only one who changed. Ed, for example, was constantly torn between his morals and loyalty to Eddy. He'd always been the voice of reason, but this time he had to face the fact that sometimes friendship means standing by someone even when they mess up. His decision to defend Eddy at the end was a huge moment for him. Ed, on the other hand, was as goofy as ever, but even he had some growth. Despite how much of a lovable idiot he could be, Big Picture Show proved that he was the heart of the group. He never questioned his loyalty, never wavered in his support, and when things got tough, he was right there backing up his friends. The themes of acceptance, self-worth, and true friendship were at the core of the movie. It wasn't just about the Eds escaping their mess, it was about them facing their own flaws and realizing they didn't have to change to be accepted. And for years, the Eds have been outsiders. No matter how hard they tried, they were always the ones getting laughed at, scammed, or pushed aside. The Big Picture Show changed that. After everything they went through, the other kids finally saw them in a new light. It wasn't just about pity, it was about understanding. The other kids have always assumed the worst about the Eds, but after seeing what Eddy had gone through, they realized that there was more to them than just scams and bad ideas. That final moment where the cul-de-sac officially welcomes them was the perfect payoff. And through it all, Ed and Eddy remained as close as ever. Even with all their differences and all their fights, their friendship was unbreakable. That's what made this ending feel so perfect. It wasn't about changing who they were, it was about realizing that who they were was enough. And with that, Ed and Eddy came to an end in the best way possible. So I wanted to make this video just giving my thoughts on Big Picture Show, because when it comes to a lot of the cartoons that I watched over the years, and trust me, there has been quite a few cartoons that I watched over the years, but when it comes to Ed and Eddy, this would have to be the show that I can come out here and confidently say had a perfect ending that just wrapped everything together so well, that left a lot of fans going home happy after watching this conclusion to the series. So that's all my thoughts on Big Picture Show. If there's anything else that you guys want to say about it, you know, giving your thoughts on how you personally felt about Big Picture Show, be sure to let me know down below. And if you guys enjoy the content on this channel, be sure to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. If you guys want to follow me on my social media, be sure to check out my X, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. All the links to those are located in the description below. Be sure to click on that bell for notifications so you guys are notified whenever I'm dropping a video on the channel. Other than that, I hope all of you guys are having a fantastic day, whatever the day may be, if it's the daytime, the nighttime, or the evening. And I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, peace out.